Alright, welcome to How Long Can I Talk About Plants vs. Zombies For? So, for those that aren't in the know and don't know what Plants vs. Zombies is, basically start out as basically turret defense on the PC, and then throughout the years we've gotten a few. I remember being shocked when I heard this game was getting some FPS action, but that's what ended up happening. We got Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2, which I really liked a lot, and now we've got Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It's kind of dropped out of nowhere for me, really. I had no idea of its existence until a few days ago. And I was down for it because, like, yeah, I really enjoyed Garden Warfare 2. I can get behind this. Yeah, I love that game. That game was very fun. It's actually one of the shooters I'm good at. Not Call of Duty or anything like that, but there's a lot of other reasons why I like it. It's just kind of, I like. First, I like the classes. I just like the different types of plants and zombies you can use. Different play styles if you like stealth, etc. Tanking, kind of tanking the damage a bit. Going out in the offensive kind of glass cannon kind of stuff. There's something out there for you, or transformation of some sort. There is something out there for you that you will get use out of, and you'll find the right or plant and zombie for your playstyle. For me, in Garden Warfare 2, it was the vampire sunflower, which is the one I really loved. That was my main for my plant, and for the zombie, it was the cricket star zombie. So with the obviously the fire cannon. So really enjoyed those two from PVZ Garden Warfare 2, and there's a couple like I didn't really stray too much from that. Like once I found those main ones, I stuck to those. But so heading into this one, then this game, I didn't know what to really expect in terms of I expected kind of something similar in that regard, but just in general, we'll get to the characters and such in a bit. But just in general, I just really like the classes and the such. I think another plus for this game, just the graphics look great. Like visually, this looks great. It's a very pleasant game to look at. Yeah, I mean, it's funny looking at P shooters in the first Plants vs Zombies, and then seeing obviously what it's like now with on PlayStation 4 and such, and it's a good time for everyone. I really think it's just a good time. You can see, I think it looks fantastic. I really do. So I have that as a plus. I'm just going through the pluses and minuses kind of at this stage because games been out for a little bit now. I'm not sure when the update's going to come out, or an update rather, but just kind of work from there. But I really like the graphics, obviously like the class itself from PVZ. Fort Dave, which is kind of your fortress, I guess, whatever your respective fortress is for your plants or a zombie. Really liking this game a bit more so than the last one. Obviously, stuff takes a little bit of time getting used to, like where you get your surroundings. You had an idea last time where your promotions were, where your customizable stuff, etc., etc. So just getting used to that. But I do like the general area a lot more in this one than the last one. And one of the big things this game added was a sprint button. Amazing that it wasn't really a thing, but yeah, big ups for them for adding a sprint button. Very useful, obviously. It was not that it broke the game or didn't make it as enjoyable in Garden Warfare 2 not having a sprint button, but just having that sprint button is nice. You could just get going and jump, and yeah, just things are a bit faster paced in that regard. Whereas beforehand it was a little slower on the slower side, but by no means did that make it a bad game. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff, but I just kind of want to go through that. The things that I don't like as much about this game, I think firstly the zombies are great. I think there's like the zombie class in general, like there's a lot you can use. Obviously I use the All-Star, but they added a few new ones. I like the 80s Rockstar in principle. I'm not great with it in actuality. I do like that. Superhero is always one I want to try. I might try a bit more of in the future. I always liked it. I like stuff that can kind of do damage close up and the such, and that's kind of why I like the that can shoot from range and also kind of do some damage up close. So that's why I really like the All-Star, which has got the imp punt and the tackle. Which is nice because obviously, like, I can obviously you just take stuff from far away, and obviously time comes, you can you can get yourself in the pinch and just health leather stuff in close proximity for big damage. So I really like that about the All-Star. But superhero is always what I want to use as well. But I just feel like on the reverse side, on the plant side, I don't know, I'm just not a big a fan. I think like I have a Reddit account. I actually resurrected my Reddit account from the dead because I want to go into the PVZ page and see what people were saying about this game, because I really wanted to know, because I just felt like the plants just aren't good. Like I just felt like the plants aren't good. I want to see if other people felt the same way, and lo and behold, there's a general consensus kind of that everyone kind of felt that way, that the plants were not as good. Although I have to say, the one thing that got a definite a buff, I think, was definitely the citrus. Citrus was absolutely useless in the last PVZ game. You come look at the citrus, and I was like, well, I'm killing you. There's no way. There's nothing you can do about it. The shield has helped it a bit, I think, but it's just a bit more usable. But in generally speaking, like I tried the sunflower. Obviously, I think I used the sunflower. I liked it. Vampire sunflower obviously had a few extra perks that the regular sunflower didn't, but yeah, I tried to use it this game, and it's just not good. Like the rate of fire on that thing seems to be a little bit lower, and yeah, I just don't like it. I've going before, in a corridor or whatever. If I came across something with very few exceptions, like the pirate and the scientist. Usually, I would feel fairly confident about being able to take something down in fairly close proximity with the vampire flower. I'd be able to maybe damage race it and win. Obviously, vampire getting back a bit of health, but with the regular sunflower this time round, it just don't have that confidence to take anything down. It's just too frail. They really kind of split these up, the plants and zombies, a bit more into their classes this year, and I really do think that it really is like much more. Obviously, look, it's a support class to begin with. Obviously, it's a healer, but I just feel like that's its main, obviously it's its main role, but I just feel like that's really all it does well. Like obviously the sunbeam is obviously nice, but when you're in a pinch and in closer fire, but just for a regular attack, I just found the sunflower really, really bad. So like, well, what am I going to use then? Because if I can't use the sunflower, then what else am I going to use? So I tried the nightcap, the new stealth one. I have a better understanding of it, and actually quite liked it. It's a great design. Like I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic in terms of its design. I think it's absolutely great. And short distance, long distance, I like it. I always seem to get absolutely wrecked in close proximity by the nightcap. And I could never do them in myself, but I've begun to get a bit of a better understanding of it, and I hope maybe I can do a bit more with it. But I really like that, but I wasn't very good with it. I tried. What else did I try? I tried citrus because I was desperate. Didn't like that. The corn. I just didn't like that either. I feel like that got a bit of a nerf from the last game. I feel like even some of the others, like on zombies and the others, I feel like even the All-Star got a nerf as well. Just the only thing I love about the zombie that kind of I feel like the punt and the tackle got a little bit nerfed in this one. They don't usually get, if they're even some way, you don't even need. You didn't even need to be accurate with those, and more than likely you were going to destroy whatever was in front of you. But now it seems like you need to be able to finish it off in a sense, and that's kind of tough. I kind of have struggles sometimes if something's at full health and I have the punt or the tackle. Sometimes it's difficult to finish it off. But I love the shield. That's one thing I forgot to mention about the All-Star was that I loved it. Instead of its shield, like the shield last year, it's R1. The shield would just put a board in front of you basically, and I didn't like that very much because it wasn't very useful unless it was, for close cover. But with this one, with the actual shield itself, giving you protection from everything, and you protect you and your teammates from everything kind of shooting at it for a period of time until the shield is gone, until it's worn down. I really love that, so I've been finding great use for that. So really, I really enjoy that aspect. So it definitely helps the defense. Obviously, the All Stars listed in the defensive side of things this year. Obviously, because they class these a little bit more than this time round. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. So that helps its defensive side a bit as well. But anyways, just go back to the plants. I tried the acorn, and I liked the acorn because I like the little acorn itself before I changed it into the oak. But it's just a little too slow as an oak. And the acorn, I like its shooting, but it just doesn't do enough damage. Obviously, it's a little acorn, so it's kind of to be expected. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. What other plants were there? I eventually I asked on the Reddit, like, are there any usable plants? Like, is there anything actually usable that you could recommend? And I've recommended pea shooter. And I have to say, now that I'm using the pea shooter, I do like the pea shooter quite a bit. I love it in the sense that obviously we could turn to the gattling pea and obviously set up station, same way that you do with the Sunbeam. I love the damage that gives. I like having the option of something close to the chili bean bomb, even though I haven't got a ton of kills with it. I do like it because it's not as good as, I wouldn't say it's good as the imp hunt, but it's definitely, like, it's better than nothing. So it's something for proximity, and obviously from range, you can do damage from the regular pea shooter and gattling. And I do like the extra the R1 ability this time around. I say this year, you know what I mean. But obviously you can hover in the bit faster movement. You can jump in the air, hover, and shoot from above. So I really like that as well. So now that I've got that, I kind of do enjoy the plants a little bit more. Excuse me. I would like to try the I like, again, on both sides, I like to try the superhero a little bit more. The scientists I actually do enjoy on the zombie side. I feel like it's a much better healer support than the sunflower, because the sunflower, if you pitch sunflower and scientist up close, you're gonna lose if you're the sunflower. Like, the scientist is really, really good. It's just got more explosiveness to it in terms of its attack, so I just really prefer that. So I do enjoy it, obviously, as well. So I do enjoy using that, but it's mostly the all-star, and I'd like to use a superhero a little bit more. But in terms of the plants, yeah, it's just a pea shooter for now. If an update comes out where things get a bit more, they maybe update the rate of fire for the sunflower or something, or anything like that. Excuse me. I might be able to try that, but yeah, that's kind of with the plants. And the reason why I say that and not kind of anything else, because that customization on this, is it's lacking. Like, so obviously they added the two new plants. They added a few new characters in there, like obviously on both sides. But in the process, they took away a lot of the variants. So there's no. Yeah, obviously there's no. From what I can tell so far, I've tried to look it up. There's no like vampire flower. There's no acid chomper, etc., etc. I believe what you see is what you get, and so and just the customization, I think, is just lacking a lot. Again, whether they add it in updates, we'll find out. But just if you're coming from Garden Warfare 2, you're going to be really disappointed, I think, in that regard. If not, then you're obviously not going to really tell if this is your first one, or player of yesteryear or whatever. But if you're coming from Garden Warfare 2, you're going to be really disappointed in the customization element of things. So sadly, I would use a vampire flower, but again, it's not here. Elemental attacks in general are gone, so no fire. Obviously, I love the the cricket all-star, obviously, with the fire damage on that was obviously great, because obviously you could, even if you didn't kill something, there's a chance that the fire might finish it off if it's low. So no ice elementals, no acid, shock. The only thing that comes with shock is the electric. I think it's the electric. The new electric zombie, the electric guitar, the rock star. I can't remember the name of it. 80s rock star, I think it's what it's called. If not, it's the. I'm still learning a few of the newer ones, so you have to forgive me. But yeah, so that's a shame. I don't like that as much. I do like the elemental attacks, as annoying as freeze was at times. Fire, obviously, you could deal with, but yeah, that's annoying. The maps, I am just still obviously getting familiar with. I did really enjoy PVZ Garden Warfare 2's maps quite a bit, especially for territory. As you advance in the map, I haven't really played a lot of territory in this one. I don't know. I hop in. I do mixed modes, and just so far they don't really come up. Obviously, I played mixed modes as well on Garden Warfare 2, and that came up fairly fine. But yeah, yeah. So I haven't played too much of that, but just in general, the maps, I'm getting used to them. A few I'm not mad on. Same way as I was in Garden Warfare 2, but I feel like some of the other ones I really liked in Garden Warfare 2 just are better than this one so far. Again, the maps will grow on me in time. I'm sure they'll have more maps as well as time goes on. That'd be good, because to be fair, I started playing Garden Warfare 2 kind of, I think, not massively later than in its life cycle. I think it was a 2016 release. I know I played in like 2017, 18, and less so obviously in 19. But yeah, just maps will grow. But just for now, it's just getting used to them, I guess, and just the ins and outs of them, yeah, etc. They'll grow. A few other things I'm not really mad on. You can't. Checking your kind of kills, is annoying because you can't do it while you're looking at, I say kill, no, not that there's kill counts, but like, when you're dead and you're waiting to revive or whatever, you can't really check it as you're, waiting for that, and that's annoying because that'd be the kind of the most opportune time to check it is when, you've just died. You either wait for someone to revive you, or, you just want to check it yourself before you choose to revive yourself. So that's annoying. Also annoying that you can't see how many actual deaths you have. It's just vanquishes and usually any other team stuff. I guess in the team vanquish, I guess you would, but just for general game modes, it's annoying that not to be able to see that. So obviously, look, I I want to know how many deaths I have as much as I do want to know how many kills I have. So, but instead I have to go check in the menu about positive KD ratios, for plants and zombies in general. If it's annoying, and I want to see how because I'm not counting all my deaths. Like, I'm just trying to just go from one to the next, and a little frustrating at times. So hopefully that's I wouldn't see that as a large thing to add, but yeah, hopefully they can do that. Is that really it? I guess Neighborville itself, unlike last time, you're kind of once your default, you kind of when you were in Garden Warfare 2 and you hopped it on, you turned it on, you were getting ready for hopping into a game, into a portal. You were kind of, it was single player, so if you wanted to go find zombies in the middle of the battlefield, so to speak, you could do that. Whereas this one, you start online, so you come in and you're obviously immediately surrounded by players. So if you want to go into the middle ground, so to speak, into Neighborville, you're for objectives or whatever, you need to find a zombie or whatever. Just yeah, it could be difficult because everyone in there is cleaning the house already, so it takes a long time to find one. But and obviously in single player it's not a big issue. So, but will have to disconnect yourself, I believe, and go private before be able to do that. So that's a little frustrating in that regard, but it's not a massive thing. I guess really I think that's most of my major qualms about this game, I suppose. I really enjoy it. Like, I just in general, I know it sucks. It's taken a little bit of a step back from Garden Warfare 2, just in terms of just customization. I think is the big one, and the characters and such. But these aren't, these are things that perhaps could be added at a later point. So the game's not even out a month, I think, or if it is, it's just over a month. The actual official release was only last Friday. So look, there's plenty to actually. At this early stage, it could be a lot worse. It's definitely playable. I enjoy it. Now that especially that I've found my plant, so to speak. I was just hoping I would end up with the zombies, because even though Quick Star's taken a bit of a nerf, I still really it's probably still my best one. Again, scientist, superhero. I'm learning them a bit. I'd like to use them a bit more, be better at them, but I'm definitely not as good as this one as I was with Garden Warfare 2, but definitely getting there with the pea shooter for sure, and hopefully now the zombie will follow suit soon enough and we can get some positive KD records going. But I think it's going to do it. Again, really enjoy it, just for something different, something a bit more gimmicky than obviously like Call of Duty and such, and obviously I'm not really into Fortnite, so it's not really for me. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching something a little bit different. I've probably just spliced in random gameplay over stuff. Maybe some stuff relevant to what I'm talking about will come up as that comes, but I'll just show some general gameplay, and you kind of get the idea, my frustrations, and some of the some of the better points about it. But anyways, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.